Well, it appears the Mount Barker Council has got the ire of a lot of its residents. They're funding and promoting a Survival Day event on January 26, and it came to light when Mount Barker Councillor and One Nation candidate Rebecca Hewett posted something about it on social media. She joins me now. Rebecca, good morning to you.
Good morning, Graham, and good morning to your listeners. Thank you for having me on.
Now, tell us about it. Are you against this Survival Day event?
What I'm against is the community not being consulted and made aware of it.
So you're happy with the event per se?
Yeah, I voted for it at the August meeting. Yes, just not happy with it being held on Australia Day.
So if it had been held the day before, the day after, that wouldn't have upset you?
No, not at all. That would have been fine. Yeah.
You've gone on Facebook and you asked residents via a poll if they supported the council funding for the event. What was their reaction? What was the numbers? Well,
just before I put the poll up, on Friday I had a lot of residents ring me very upset about the post put up by Mount Barker Council in regards to holding the Survival Day or supporting the Survival Day. And as an elected member, I feel it's my responsibility to consult with community and find out how they felt. That is why I put up the Facebook poll to start with. In the Facebook poll, I just asked residents if council should be supporting a parallel event on Australia Day, and the poll just, it went off. I had it on quite a few Facebook pages, and over 1,200 people responded, and 85% of them, like 1,000 people, said no, they did not support council funding and supporting a Survival Day on our National Day of Celebration, the 26th of January.
The outcome of that poll is quite comprehensive, but you took the poll down from Facebook. Why was that?
The mayor emailed me and asked me to remove the post, and so I did as I was told. I got more than one email, and I felt that I may be in trouble, so I took it down.
But you still stand by your feelings, and obviously so the residents, 85% not supporting the council funding for the event.
Look, the public spoke in the referendum that they did not want this divisive political stuff happening. And so it's just very disappointing to see that the council's not listening to the community and not consulting with the community. As an elected member, I just felt I had to ask the community how they felt, and they are really, really against it, Graham. They're not happy.
Now, you took the mood of the electorate or the local members in the Mount Barker area. Did you present that to council? Did you let them know the feeling?
Yes, I was allowed 5 minutes to speak on Monday night at our council meeting, but unfortunately the mayor wouldn't allow me to give my speech. He interrupted me about 4 times and then finally shut me down.
What was the reason for the interruption? Well, was there a time limit or why?
No, it wasn't the time limit. Every time I mentioned that the mayor had emailed me requesting me to remove my post, that is when he silenced me.
And he has the power to do that, obviously.
Well, obviously, because nobody stood up for me, so I guess he was allowed to.
So there was no other councillors backed you?
No, nobody called a point of order. There was no support for me other than the residents who had come along. They felt passionately enough to actually come and sit in the chamber. I got totally silenced.
So
it wasn't just me. The community was silenced because I was speaking for the community. So, Graham, when they didn't want to hear from me, they were saying they didn't want to hear from the community, basically, because I'm their voice in the chamber.
Well, this has become far larger than it needed to be, because if it had been resolved within the council, it might not have even made the paper and might not have made 5AA. So it has got totally out of hand.
And I feel, in my opinion, Graham, I feel it's not even about Australia Day now. It's about a democratically elected member of council not being permitted to consult the community and present those results. And that's going to affect more than just Australia Day. That's going to affect everything that community want to communicate. If it doesn't go along with the council's narrative, will they just not listen to it?
Thank you for that, Rebecca. Well, let's get the Mayor's point of view for this. David Leach is the Mayor of Mount Barker District Council. Mayor, good morning to you.
Good morning, Graham. How are you?
Well, thanks. How do you react to what Rebecca Hewett has said?
The way I react is to let everybody know that that poll does not represent the views of everybody in the Mount Barker District Council. The council is supporting two events on Australia Day. One of them is the Wallace Family Fun Day, and the other one is the Ruby Hunters Foundation Survival Day event. And they are running at different times on Australia Day. It allows for the diversity of the community's views to be able to exercise their choice on how they will spend Australia Day. So, for example, I will be presiding over the Australia Day Awards at Ockendorrick House, and I'll be presiding over the citizenship, where some new Australians will sign the pledge to become Australians.
But why did you silence Rebecca Hewett during the council meeting?
Because I have an obligation as the Mayor of the Council to ensure that no harm comes to anybody by the words and actions of other people.
Do you think that could have resulted in harm?
I know they have resulted in harm, Graham, because Aboriginal people who are my friends and people that I meet in the street say to me that they are harmed by those words. And it is my role and responsibility as the leader of the council to ensure that people are not hurt by other people's words.
But you're not taking into account the majority, or you don't know that. I mean, she's done a poll and you said that's not representative of the Mount Barker Council, but do you know what the feelings are of the Mount Barker residents?
Absolutely, because we do market research and we have a community plan, and the scorecard reveals that the community is strongly supportive of council being inclusive and acknowledging and celebrating the diversity. We do consult the public. A Facebook poll, which could be anybody in the world or anybody in Australia, it's claimed to be 1,000 people, is not representative of the 45,000 people who live here.
So you think the majority of the 45,000 people...
How you ask the question is the response you'll get in a poll.
So you believe that the majority of 45,000 people are in agreement with you and your policy?
No, what I'm saying is that the majority of people support the council allowing for diversity and allowing for people to celebrate in different ways. I'm very sure that the majority of people are content with the council's policy, where we have a community events program, where we sponsor many items, and this is just one of them.
David Leach, Mayor of Mount Barker, thank you for your time today. There you are, folks. What are your thoughts on that? Are you behind Rebecca Hewett, the Mount Barker councillor, who took a poll on Facebook? 85% of people said they were against this Survival Day event being held on January 26th. Or the Mayor, who says, no, he has the backing of the majority. They do market research, and he suggests that what he's doing is in keeping with what the majority think. I'd like to know what you think. 8223 0000. Back shortly.